I've noticed that a lot of young people today, the rate at which I hear they try to take their life, they get depressed, they get frustrated because of what? Because they were served breakfast. That's how they put it these days now. When you have a heartbreak, you're going out with someone and maybe something along the line goes wrong or the person gets fed up and the person said he is not interested in you or again, and I hear you are served breakfast. And that's the reason why you will take your own life. That's the reason why you will start doing some hurtful things to yourself and thinking of, you know, doing some silly things, untold things. But it's funny, because number one, the life you're trying to take, you didn't give it to yourself. Number two, if you are in a relationship, you have to have two things in mind. Two things in mind. Those two things you have to have in mind is it may work, it may not work. You know why? Nothing stays forever. Have that in your mind. Use it as a consolation. Because one thing you have to have in mind too is that when it is called relationship, along the line, if you see what doesn't please you in your partner, you can opt out. If he or she sees what doesn't please he or she in you, he can also opt out based on how long both of you have tried to work on yourself and it's not working. You can't kill yourself for someone. That character you exhibited and the person says is a no-no for me. It could be a character another person will see in you and they will say, oh, this is what I'm looking for. You get me? So that is not the reason why you should kill yourself because Mr. A said this character you have is a no-no. Please have this in your mind that if it works, good and fine, we are compatible. If it didn't work, we are not compatible. You keep going. I remember when I was single, some relationships I've gone into will start and it will go off like that. And I'm still myself. My younger sister, Happiness, she'll be asking me, Auntie, how are you doing this thing? You are not crying, you are not bothered. I said, because I believe the one that God has brought out for me is not here yet. That one, if he comes, he will stay. I said, nothing will chase him away. He will stay. And my sister will be looking at me. Another one will come, and a little while, even to the extent some came and they took the list, fixed dates for introduction or dowry paying or whatever we call it, a quaka nozo. And before you know what is happening, they zoom off. My younger sister will be like, Auntie, you're not bothered. I said, because he's not the one. If he is the one, he will never go. And that is how we continue like that until the main man came. And voila, here I am. So what are we talking about? Number one, don't kill yourself. Number two, learn from that mistake. Peradventure the person complains of a particular fault or character flaws in you. Please take time to work on yourself. Work on yourself. Are you getting me? And then number three, rather, ask yourself, did I learn anything from him or her? Are you getting me? Did I leave any legacy? Let me tell us, please, this generation, these Gen Zs, what you do that makes your relationship not to work so much is that once the person asks you out, the next day you are in bed with that person. It doesn't work that way. I always ask, what do you people go to honeymoon to do when you have explored everything while you're dating or courting? What are you? Let me tell you, girls, listen, guys like adventure. They like when it is not all exposed to them, and they have something to, dig out, something that is hidden for them to, it's just like, what was that search, ultimate search, or something. They want to search, they want it to, they don't want it to come easy. If you come easy to them, they'll be like, okay, maybe this is how he or she has been sharing herself. So please, girls, don't keep yourself so easy, so cheap to go to bed with. If he is coming for marriage, it's worth waiting for. Wait for it. The bed shouldn't be defied. That is when you enjoy the honeymoon. Not when you have licked all the honey in the honeycomb and there's no other one remaining, and you now got married, you say you're going to honeymoon. What are you going there to do? You don't see and finish. You understand me now? So please, let there be sacredness. When you're dating, talk about some vital things. That's when you know if you are compatible enough, if the family accepts both of you, if the union is going to be solid, how many children we're going to have, how are we going to save, how are we going to build. You plan about your long-term project and your short-term project. You see how compatible you are. That compatibility is it all for me. Because let me tell you, that butterfly that is twinkling in your tummy, I've said it several times in this platform. That butterfly that you think is twinkling in your tummy, there are times those butterflies will die. Those, oh my God, I can't sleep without him, I can't eat without him. It will die. When it dies, what sustains you? Friendship, companionship, that compatibility. Are you getting me? It will sustain you till you now build back the butterfly again. The butterfly will start twinkling again, twinkling. That's the truth. So let's tell ourselves the truth. Stop killing yourself because a man left you or because a girl left you. You want to go and commit suicide. You want to go and drink sniper. You want to fall into depression and all that. Excuse me. There are many other people out there that will accept you for who you are. But the important thing, work on yourself. Take correction from your past, from the breakage or the failed relationship. Correct it and move on. Look good. Build your self-esteem, your self-confidence, so that you'll be a better person for another person. That is just it. Can you please work on yourself?